Maddie.
And we are
Your Metal Aunties.
We're here to hold your hand through life and guide you through all things headbanging and hard.
Yeah. Talk about bands, talk about concerts, festivals.
Things that you should know, things that you might already know. So...
and things you probably shouldn't know.
Yeah. Things that you probably shouldn't do.
Yeah.
All right. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Not bad. Not bad.
Good.
It's gross outside, but that's fine.
It's okay.
It's Michigan. You can expect that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
This is like typical Michigan weather.
I know it's disgusting, though. And I feel like the only thing that I can think about is summertime.
Oh, yes.
Or like fall, something. Anything that's better than
Even
this.
fall can be gross, though. This is like the gross fall weather because it's rainy.
I know. It's so gross and wet outside.
I'm so sick of the rain.
I know.
If it would just like snow for one day and then like keep the snow around, you know, for like...
I think that the snow stayed for like max 1 hour today. I woke up, there was snow, and then 1 hour later, all of the snow was gone.
Yeah. I wonder what's gonna happen tomorrow, though.
I heard it's gonna snow again, but I don't check the weather. I like to be surprised every day.
Girl. But like, same.
I just like a good surprise. It's fun that way.
It is.
I don't know. It
Live
keeps
life on the
your
edge.
toes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy girl.
Like, like I literally woke up today and my stepdad asked me to call him, and I did. And like, I looked outside and the first thing I said was, "Holy shit," because it was just snow.
Yeah.
And like, I did not expect that today.
Walking in a winter wonderland.
Yeah.
For real, yeah.
And then like what you said, like literally an hour later, it was all gone.
Gone.
Like when I was like on my way here, I got dressed up. I had snow boots on. I was ready to like walk out in like deep trenches of snow to like dig my car out, and I didn't have to do shit.
I did, yeah. I legit like took my fucking scraper and scraped off my entire car, had my whole ass winter jacket on, and was like getting ready to go into work, all for me to come out of work and everything was gone. Damn. I was like, why did I stand out in the cold for an extra 10 minutes? It was stupid. I should have just drove and let it fly off.
Literally.
Whatever. I digress. Should we jump in?
I think we should.
Let's jump in.
Enough about the weather.
Enough. Sick of it.
We're not a weather channel.
No, we're not. So.
About the pod.
About the pod. Is that what we're doing? We're doing the pod?
We're doing
That's so
pod.
Strange. I thought we were just talking.
I mean,
this is so crazy.
It's very crazy.
What are these things in our hands? Are these microphones?
They're definitely something.
So, we had this little idea. What? Have we been thinking about this for probably like a good year now at this point? Yeah. So going into I don't even remember who brought up this idea.
I don't either.
But your initial thoughts. What were your thoughts on this idea?
My
like, your plans, your ideas.
Like when I think about this and like talk about it like with other people, like I always say that it's like it's our way to like explore the metal and rock like music genre, and like it's a fun way for us to like talk about like our experiences and like the things that we find and like really connect with a community. And like
it is such a dope community to be a part of too.
It is like people always think like it's something like scary or something, or like, you know, they stereotype the metal people and the rock people.
I remember like explaining to my parents after one of the first concerts that we ever went to, because they were I was born and raised like Bible knocking Baptist, so explaining to them that they're not like big scary guys that like beat up babies for fun. Like it's all like a super, super dope community, and even the music that I feel like that we listen to leans a lot harder on the older generations.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is a lot more like dads. We laugh about the dads all the time. And how they are like continuously making us feel safe at these shows.
100%.
Which is, I say it over and over, the complete opposite when you go to shows that are not rock or metal. I mean, it's completely different crowd, and I feel a million times safer. But yeah.
Yeah, and like yeah. It's just like it's not that like in I don't know, I feel like everyone has the same mindset, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There's not like different kinds. I mean, there is different kinds, I guess, of like metalheads and rock heads, but
Right.
like we all have like one common goal and like getting the frustrations out,
One common
screaming,
denominator, yeah.
anything. Like
We're all there for the same reason. And I'm pretty sure that was a point that Mudvayne had made. Do you remember their Set It Upheaval 22?
vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a point that their vocalist Chad Gray had made, like, in his intro before they started their set, was like, we are all different kinds of people, but we're all here for the same reason.
Yeah.
And that is to listen to metal fucking music and de-stress and like do our thing, like
just live in the moment.
Live, man, because we don't do that enough these days.
No, yeah.
These days, I say that like a fucking
like we're
woman.
50 years old.
Yeah, no, I love that. When I think of why we're doing this, and I've told you before, like, I feel like in our friendship, we come together the absolute best when there's music involved.
Yes.
And first of all, concerts are just so expensive. That's a lot of consumption. But we love to consume music together, and we love to consume that world together. Mm-hmm. So to me, like, this podcast is just another way for us to come together in our friendship with something that we enjoy. We get to do our research. We get to talk about our favorite bands, and like, that's so dope to just have an outlet to like sit here and talk about something that you don't get to talk about on a daily basis.
Yeah, and like I mean, literally, like what you said, like it's a way for our friendship to like grow even more than like what it already has, and we can just continue to grow.
Yeah.
And expand our minds.
Yeah. And expand the pod. I mean,
expand the motherfucking pod, bro.
Motherfucking pod. I think eventually it would be super, super dope if we got the opportunity to possibly interview bands or maybe do coverage of certain events that we like to attend.
I would love to do coverage.
I think that would be a lot of fun, and I think that there's a lot of like page coverage, photography coverage, and like blog coverage, but you don't see a lot of podcast coverage. Mm-hmm. The Itch, they are a good podcast, and they did coverage on Upheaval last year, which I thought was pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
But you just don't see a lot of like live at the event coverage.
Yeah.
So I think that would be really, really dope to do someday.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, big goals. Big goals we got. I mean, we're already there, right? So, like...
Yeah. And honestly, if we just keep trucking along, like, more and more opportunities will, like, fall literally from the sky. And I think with, like, the people that we've met, just the 3 years we've gone to Upheaval.
Yeah.
Like, we have met so many people, and we, like, even if we wanted literally to do an interview, episode 2, I bet you we probably could.
Oh, yeah. I mean, in even if, like, we talk about Upheaval a lot because that really was kind of the beginning of this, but those same people we see at concerts all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So... that's dope too, because it's not like, yeah, sure, Upheaval might have started it, but it's not just an Upheaval community. Like, these are just members of the metal community, of the concert-going community that we see. I think that's really dope.
Oh, I love it. And, like, especially the orange bandana stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that is a very easy, like, indicator of, like, upheaval.
Right.
And it's so easy to just, like, point them out.
Point your people out.
Yeah, and, like, even if, like, you've never met them before, like, at upheaval, like, the moment you speak of upheaval, they're like, oh, yeah, I was there.
Well, it happened at, when we went to the Of Virtue show, over in Lansing. I was actually just, like, waiting in line for a drink. And this lady, God, I don't remember her name, but she was so sweet. She came up and she was like, oh my gosh, your orange bandana. Like, I was there too. And so we wear them to shows that are not the festival just because, like, stuff like that. I mean, I met that lady and she knew exactly where we were from. She was actually wearing an Upheaval shirt, which was kind of dope because it was like, oh my God.
Oh my God, I love when they wear the Upheaval shirts.
I
so,
know,
like,
you spot them in public. It's a wild uprising.
Oh my God. Do you remember, I don't remember what concert
Rob
it was.
fucking Zombie.
Was it that one when we were walking out and you screamed?
And I screamed.
People to someone and they completely ignored you.
So embarrassing. And if I got $1 for every time that happened, I would have probably 4, which is incredibly embarrassing because, like, I'm an introvert at heart. So for me to scream at you in public, I've got to be pretty excited.
Especially in, like, a big crowd.
And I think that you're going to respond, like, in a positive way. And when you just
you just keep on walking.
You either give me a dirty look, or you just don't even fucking look at me in general. I'm like, all right, noted, and I'll actually never speak again. I'll never do that again. Yeah, that's actually happened like 3 times now. If I really think about it and count, which is like way too many times. That's really awkward.
But that night when we were walking out, you literally had a 360 in point in like 2 seconds because that's when we spotted Jamie.
Yes, Jamie. We love Jamie. Shout out if you're listening to this. So yeah, I mean, for every person that doesn't respond, there's usually someone that does.
Yeah.
Which is dope.
Definitely.
But yeah, I don't know. So speaking of band interviews, who's your top band that you would want to interview? Do you have a top band in mind?
Oh.
There's not a goal too big here. If you want to say Jonathan Davis, you could say Jonathan Davis.
I would love to do Jonathan Davis, but also I have to stick with my girls. I would love, love, love The Warning.
And you're going to touch on them a little bit more later, right?
Of course.
Correct? That's what
Yes.
I thought. That's what I thought. And I don't think that that's too... I don't
think it's too out there.
No, I think that's a pretty obtainable thing. I mean,
it might be a little bit tight scheduling wise, because them girls are busy.
They do. They keep
like they're busy. Still on tour.
Yeah, that's amazing though. That's really, really good to see.
Literally,
and they're young.
Yeah,
which is amazing.
I think the oldest is 21, 22. Oh
my goodness,
our age.
Wow.
Yeah. They're conquering their dreams too, just like us.
Out here doing the damn thing.
Damn. What about you? Who do you wanna?
I actually haven't put too much thought into this.
I haven't either. That's they were the first band to pop.
First band that pops up. I would love to spend some time with and interview. I love Assume Nothing. I do, and I feel like they bring a lot of energy to a stage. The vocalist kick fucking ass. He's amazing. I think that'd be a dope interview. That would be like a really, really dope interview.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think like for them too, like they were a small town band.
Right.
They have grown themselves from nothing. And like they're continuing to grow.
Right.
And even though they're not like touring all the time and like, you know, doing stuff like that, like they're still pretty well known. And
right.
people like still know them, they still love them.
Right, and we're outside of the Lansing area. So
We're southeast.
yeah, a bit closer to Toledo.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that they have their own home spot
I'm pretty
in
sure it's Lansing.
that area.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that they've made themselves pretty well
Lansing?
known, like you said.
Lansing's a pretty popular place for, like, the birth of bands.
It's got a good scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't aware of that until more recently.
I wasn't either, no.
You know, we're a little bit closer to Detroit, so I feel like we get the Detroit scene from here, which is a lot of angsty young kids. Those kids are angry.
Yeah.
They are very angry.
Well, it's Detroit.
Right.
Detroit is a difficult place.
Yeah, I feel like Lansing definitely has more of the, like, metal core, like, more upbeat. I haven't heard, not that anything isn't heavy, but I haven't heard, like, as heavy as Detroit gets. Those kids are angry. They are angry, and they've got a lot of heat and a lot of energy coming out of Detroit, which is really good to hear. But yeah,
but I think, like, that's bringing up upheaval again. Like, that's what I love most about upheaval is that, like, they bring in, like, these small town bands, like, from Lansing,
right.
and they bring them there. It's like they're
yeah, it's dope because, like, how many small bands like that could say, like, oh, I played at the same place as Korn.
oh my god,
You know what I mean? Because technically you're an opener for Korn, like,
yeah,
or any
Falling in
massive,
Reverse,
yeah,
like,
any massive festival
you
like
played
that
the same stage as Falling in Reverse
in the same day. Like, that is crazy to
like,
think when you really put it into perspective.
yeah, and, like, so this is what I always think whenever I go to concerts, like, especially, like, if we're in, like, an arena, I'm like, I'm breathing the same air as whomever artist.
Right.
And I think that every time we go to Upheaval, I'm like, we're breathing in the same air. They're seeing the same sky as us.
We're in the same place.
Like, these other, like, the smaller bands, they're like, we're playing for the same people as these bigger bands.
And a lot of those bands are, like, their idols. Like, and,
Yeah.
you know, the headliners are, commonly, they're, like, the pioneers. Especially in more recent years, they've had some of the older bands come back and headline these festivals. I mean, yeah, if I were in a band, you know how crazy it would be if I could open for my icon?
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's dope. I would like to see some more Detroit people at Upheaval. I don't think we've had a Detroit band yet.
But is the word spread to Detroit? Like,
yeah. So I know
Upheaval
a couple,
is still pretty young.
Yeah, she is young. But I do know a couple Detroit bands that put in their application for it this year. Should be really dope to see. I think that they bring that angst, man. Something about that angst.
We need that.
It's a different kind of heat. Those pits are a little bit more aggressive.
I mean, after year one, at Upheaval, they put off, because year one, didn't they have the no pit rule?
Yes, they did.
Because that was the year of Korn.
Yeah.
They had a no pit rule, and then year two, they took that away.
It was like a big deal, too. I mean, they kicked people out.
Yeah.
Fucking
props to security.
Yeah. Oh my god, could you imagine?
Props.
Those are some angry people you're kicking out.
Yeah.
So, good on you.
Literally.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, how about we let these people know who we are, tell them a little bit about ourselves.
Cutesy little introductory.
Our history, the kind of music that we like, things that we don't like.
Tea.
Let's do it. Let's run it. Go ahead.
Well, I'm at the ripe age of 21. I'm a young little baby. I love all things metal. I guess not all things. I'm literally an all over the place girl.
Really?
Yeah. Like, we always joke about me having ADHD, but like, my ADHD, it shows in everything. Literally, on my way here, I was listening to alternative music. I was listening to the band Camino, and I think the band is called The Wildlife. I might be wrong, but I saw both of them back in October, and like have fell in love with them. But like I'll randomly listen to them. Also love my girl Tay.
You do. You're a total Swiftie.
I'm a Swiftie at heart. I'm loud and proud about it. But yeah, I love honestly all things music. Any fucking chance to go to a concert, I am there whether I know the band or not.
Right.
Any chance to get drunk, scream, and shake my ass.
Not to get drunk and shake ass. We don't do that.
Not at all.
We're aunties. We don't do that. Wink, wink.
Nah, I'm a fun auntie.
Cool aunt.
Loud and proud. But yeah, that's me.
Nice to meet you, Maddie.
Who are you, Miss Leona?
My name is Leona. I am 22 years old. I had to think about that for a second. Just super embarrassing.
You're not that old, babe.
No, jeez, feels like it. I was raised with like a super gospel and country music influence. Super, super heavy influence. And as I'm the youngest of 4 girls, so when my sisters got older, their music kind of started to come trickling down. My mom has always loved Daughtry, and my sisters have always loved like Linkin Park and Nickelback. So eventually those influences kind of kicked in and trickled down. Whenever I was older, probably, I don't know, maybe 13, 14 is when I really started getting into metal. Of course it was Christian metal, because what kind of metal do Christian kids listen to when they're 13 years old?
Right.
Definitely not Metallica. But I kind of grew from there. I swung pretty quickly from Christian metal to just the most depressing, intense, like, death metalcore that you'll ever hear in your entire life. Shout out Sworn In for being the soundtrack of my 15th year. It was a great time. And from there it just kind of stemmed. So I love the whole genre. There's not really a facet of it that I don't love. Yeah, so kind of all over the place. I kind of went from my country roots. I still love country music. I really enjoy the term the alternative. It's a great term.
I don't really understand why people bash on country.
You cannot.
Country's not as bad as people make it out to be.
So, like, I understand the hate against bro country, because I'm not a fan of that either. You're gonna turn on Patsy Cline and tell me that's not a banger? Or, like, Chris Stapleton, Tyler Childers. You're gonna tell me that those are not absolute bangers, because you can't convince me.
Literally.
Right. Hi, we're actually your country aunties.
Psych.
Surprise, we trapped you. But yeah, no, that's kind of where my influence came and grew from. Those damn older sisters and their Nickelback. How they get ya.
I definitely think that you 100% like influenced me.
Aww.
But like, I think it's definitely been more the past maybe 2 years, ever since like I turned 20, moved out of the house. I like really wanted to just find myself. And like I've noticed within the past maybe year or so, like my mind is just open to whatever.
As
like,
it should be.
I'm open, yeah.
Open that brain.
Like, I'm open to new music. I'm open to new bands. Like, I like literally whatever you tell me.
Me?
Not like you specifically.
You will listen to whatever I tell you to and love it.
Yeah, you control my brain, Lou.
Ooh, how fun for us.
But no, like, yeah. You definitely, because ever since our first year and, like, seeing Corn, girl, I fell instantly in love.
That experience was very transcendent. That was, like, the first hit. And, like, I had been to concerts before then, but, like, that was the first real, like, holy shit. Like, this is amazing. I never want to do anything other than this for the rest of my life.
I need more.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't get enough.
Like a literal crackhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we did. A month later, we saw them again.
Uh-huh. And then, wasn't that the same year that we saw them in February? No, it was March.
Yeah, it was March. So we had seen them. I don't know.
Grammar who?
I was also homeschooled for backstory. We had saw them in July. At Upheaval. And then again.
In August.
I think it was the very last day of August.
It was at Pine Knob.
Yep.
Because that's when we had that iconic photo of us by
the corn and the corn.
Corn and the corn.
Yeah. And then, fast forward, it was again in March, like you said.
Because wasn't that when they released their album?
Yeah.
And it was like the beginning of that tour?
Yeah, it was.
Oh my god, them fuckers are touring again. But it's in Europe.
I know,
they're in Europe
stupid.
all this year.
I know.
They better come here in 25. They better tour in 25 here.
Okay, well, we just started 24, so I'm still hopeful that there's going to be another tour.
Have you seen how late the dates are? Literally, they're still out there in, like, October.
Ugh.
Yeah, they're literally there this whole year.
That's so strange, because I feel like the past few years in a row, they've consistently done tours in the United States every year. I don't know, it always scares me. That scares me when bands do that, because I'm like, don't tell me this was the last one.
Okay, but, like, it's also the amount of bands that, say that they're gonna do their farewell tour. Literally, Elton John. When I was telling people that I was going to his farewell tour, they were like, oh, he already had one of those back in 19 whatever.
19 whatever.
Apparently he already
20 something. I almost said 25 years ago.
Girl.
That's embarrassing. Again, homeschooled. I didn't know that was going to be a prevalent conversation during this episode.
I feel like it's going to get brought up every single episode.
Damn. Can't catch a break.
But, like, and
I think Foreigner's done that a couple times. Like, they've had a farewell tour.
A lot of them have done that. And Korn, they're still pretty young. Like, they still got some motivation in them, some juice in them.
I mean, yeah, but do you really expect them to be, like, 70 years old and screaming on stage?
Yes. I do.
I expect it and I demand it.
Like, if they don't, I will commit arson.
Arson?
Arson.
For the record, she will not actually commit arson.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. She's not serious.
I would never. But, like, I would be furious if they didn't. Oh my god, we started a band, Korn 2? Korn with a C?
Korn 2? It's literally just a cover. Just hit it with the freak on a leash. I would make the sound if that were not the most embarrassing thing that I could do at the moment. I would. But I just can't. Just can't.
It's okay, we'll save it for later.
Yeah, we'll save it. I gotta practice first. Maybe we'll do an episode about Korn.
Girl, we could do a whole episode about Korn.
Buckle up, grab a bottle of popcorn, because that'll be a fucking 4-hour episode. It's a long-ass history to shovel up. But, yeah, I don't know. We've had a long road. I say long road. Yeah, it's really only been it's been 6 years that we've known each other. It's not quite a lifetime, but it's quite some time.
I feel like it's been longer than 6.
I know, it feels like a lifetime.
It hasn't been longer?
No, Alex and I haven't even been together for 6.
2018 was 6 years ago.
We met in 2018? No, we didn't. We met in 2017.
No way.
No,
No, it
we
was
did.
2018.
We did, because it was my stepsister's graduation.
Yeah, queen.
And then my other stepsister graduated in 2019.
Yeah.
I graduated in 2020.
You made me really scared for a second. I thought my math was off and it was going to be another weird homeschool joke. You're like, it hasn't been 6 years. I was like, fuck, how many years ago was that?
No, it's just my ADHD and fucking with my memory. Have I told you about that?
No, it's scary.
My ADHD is fucked with my memory.
Yikes.
But that's another episode.
That's another episode for later. Put that one in your pocketbook.
That could literally be a solid episode of me and my ADHD quirks.
Shit that she's forgotten. I don't know. 6 years, though. So I feel like, backstory, we were working together at the Kroger. God.
Kroger's.
That
We were
place.
courtesy clerks.
Courtesy clerks is a really funny word for, like, Kroger's bitch.
Yeah. The tadpole.
Yeah. The donkeys of the store.
That was pure hell.
Oh, yeah. But also the best time of my life.
It was not the best time of my life. I was there for like 2 months.
I know.
I was not there for
I don't
long.
know how, and I feel like we did not. This is what's so funny, and I think about this all the time. I feel like when we worked together at Kroger, we were not close
No, because
at all.
I got close to somebody else.
Right. That I was already close with, and I think that that's how, like, that mutual friend
Yeah.
is how we had really... I can't even say that because I, honest to God, do not think that we were, like, super close until 21.
Yeah. Because we... No. Because, like, we had that one time where we went to the fair. That was another time that we all kind of, like, really bonded together.
Right.
Was when we went to the Celine Fair, was it?
I think so.
And then in 21, when we went to Upheaval, that was when... Yeah, no, it was 21. Yeah, it was 21, because I was working at the coffee shop.
So would that have been 2020 that we, like, hung out that first time?
No. 2019.
Oh, shit.
Because 2020 was COVID.
Right.
And the fair was, like, in August. So it was... I think...
Yeah, nobody was having fairs.
No,
You're right. You're right.
Nothing was happening in 2020.
Nobody was doing shit in August of 2020.
No, it might have even been 2018. Because I think it was, like, right after... Because I remember after I quit Kroger, that's when I went to see Taylor Swift. And then I remember that, literally, like, the night after Taylor Swift, I went to Kroger to see people. And then... You want to know how I'm remembering this? I'm remembering this based on the
Apparently her ADHD isn't that bad.
The hair that I had, it was long. It was my wavy hair. And it was when I was transitioning,
Words are hard.
into my, like, darker phase. Because, like, I still wanted to be a
womp
blonde.
womp. She was evil.
Hey guys, I'm a natural blonde. But I didn't get, like, a full, like, dark brown or, like, even brunette, like, color. But it was like this cutesy little dirty blonde.
Yeah.
And I remember I had that, because I'm remembering the videos. I had that when we went to the festival. Or not
Yes,
the
you
festival, the fair. So I think it was even 2018.
That's crazy. Still, though, I feel like we did not.
Literally, when we went to Upheaval that weekend was like...
That was it.
Yeah. it was literally like we've known each other for a lifetime.
Yeah.
And there was like none of that weird awkwardness shit or anything. Like,
no, and that was like, that's funny too, because like, so me, I again am a massive introvert. Like, I don't usually go out of my way to make new friends. Once I have my people, I stick to my people.
mm-hmm.
So for you to just text me, and we weren't like super super close, for you to text me and be like, hey, do you want to go on a weekend trip with me to Grand Rapids, like somewhere that you never been, and it's just us, and
A person that like you only somewhat know, don't really hang out with.
right, and like
Literally, I don't know what like gave me the urge to do that, because I would not do that shit now. Someone
Right.
that like I don't really know that well, that I don't really talk to, I've worked with a couple times. Like, I would not text him and be like, "Hey, you want to go to this festival
gonna
with
spend
me?"
a weekend with me in a hotel room, like, and I would never say yes. So I don't know what in my brain was like, yeah, do it.
It took little convincing. Literally, I think it was like you were like, "I might need to check my schedule, but I'll get back with
Because
you."
it was
And like,
very last second.
yeah, and like I even had to like switch shifts and like do all that stuff. But like it took almost literally little to no convincing you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think fate just kind of pulls things together like that.
Yeah.
But here we fucking are.
Here we
After
are.
all these years, that's like
Look
our
at us.
thing. Yeah, I mean that weekend, like you said, it was like the
start of it.
hit of like, oh, I need more and I need more of it with this person.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy.
We became obsessed.
Clinically,
Addicted.
which is a problem because I feel like we do not have nearly enough money for this obsession that we have. But
You know what? See, as somebody who currently only has $8.50 something in their bank account,
ooh, not the exposing.
I'll expose myself. I don't give a fuck. I have $8, and you know what? That's enough for some chicken nuggets.
At least you have enough for chicken nuggets.
And even my dad, he likes to sit here and give me shit for like going to all these concerts, but I am living life. Even though I'm broke as shit, I am as happy as I can be.
I wouldn't replace a single one of these memories with the money that was spent on it, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't rather have the money than the memory.
Yeah.
Because we've seen some shit. Like, we've been to some places, seen some shit, done some shit. Gotten the opportunity to see Korn 4 times now.
Mm-hmm.
And they could all drop dead tomorrow and never play again. Like, this could be an experience that we never have again. So I'm incredibly thankful that it takes little to no convincing with you, because
Girl, you know I'm always down.
yeah,
I'm always down. It's
Which is
always
amazing.
me that's convincing you. Remember
I
Alice
work
Cooper?
a lot.
Alice Cooper? Girl.
Alice Cooper.
Yeah. Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper? Alice Cooper was the first one to pop in my head. But I was at work and you texted me about that. And I was like, I'm about to get off, so yeah, I'm down. But I'm like,
Oh.
you have to call off. Yes, this is your one and only time that you have to call off. And you were like, oh, I just have a lot of anxiety about that. And I'm like, I'm not going to push it. But this is Alice Cooper and Rob Zombie, an artist that you want to see.
To be fair, this was like maybe 30 minutes before my shift. Like, I was actively like putting on clothes, and at the time I had 2 jobs, so I had already worked my day job, and I had like 30 minutes to get home and get changed and then get to my other job. And I was really, really bummed out about missing Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper. And so I'm just texting Maddie, and I'm like, I don't know, like, I'm upset. Like, this isn't something that I wanted to miss, and here we are. Like, we're fucking missing it. And I'm not going to remember my shift at work tonight, but I would remember the concert if we went. And she was convincing me, and I was like, no, like, I just can't do it. Well, we ended up going. We ended up leaving, and I live, an hour and a half, I would say. About an hour and a half from Pine Knob, which is where they were playing. And, the show started at 6. We probably left my house at 5:30.
Yeah.
We missed the first opener, bought the tickets on the way, hauled absolute ass to Pine Knob, and made it just in time for Alice Cooper.
Yeah. And we had pretty good seats too.
Oh my
On
God.
top of it being a sold out show, like holy shit.
And the tickets were cheaper than the lawn because we had gotten them on resale
Mm-hmm.
because it was a half hour before the show starts.
Yep.
Like, people are going to drop their prices down just to sell shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh my God, we got good seats for so cheap. And I'll remember that for the rest of my life. But
remember that shift?
fuck no, I wouldn't have. I would not have remembered that.
See, now if it were me, girl, you know I'd be on that phone call and work. Hey guys, I'm sick.
I'm sick, I can't come in. I didn't lie about it. I mean, I was honest and I was like, I just need to go make this memory. Like, I have to. I'm so sorry. And they were good. Like, everything was fine. Yeah.
It's your own self guilt, but like you're working on it, queen.
Everything's good.
Self-growth.
We're all good in the hood. Yeah. Well, we have a little segment that I think that we should probably dive into.
Yes.
We have, okay, so like, I say this nonchalantly, but this is also the thing that I've been the absolute most excited for this entire time. Yeah. So, I will let you go ahead and take the lead.
Me first.
Yes, ladies first. I'm a good gentleman like that.
Love you.
Love you so much.
Okay, so our segment is what are we calling it? Underrated? Underground bands? Underrated bands?
Shit that you need to listen to of the week.
So I already mentioned them once. It's my girlies, The Warning. They are a sister band from Mexico. We had discovered them year 2 at Upheaval.
Year 1. Yes, year 1.
No, I think it was year 2.
Probably.
Miss Home
I'm gonna
School.
trust you. I'm gonna trust you on this.
Pretty sure it was year 2. They're not like a super heavy metal band. They're
Seems rock.
yeah.
Fem rock.
Yeah. But the moment that I heard them, just fell absolutely in love. I'm gonna have to be lame and look up the title of this song. That is my favorite.
Is this one that they absolutely have to listen to? Like, if you had to pick one, hold them at gunpoint. Listen to this entire song, or it's lights out. Like, what song would you have them listen to?
Oh my. That would probably be... Girl, there's like 5 of them.
Oh, God.
Um,
List them. And y'all better get the notepad and the pen out for this.
So, my absolute favorite song by The Warning is When I'm Alone. This one definitely, like, hits deep.
Is it a hard hitter?
It's not, like, super hard, but it's just, like, it really hits the feels.
Oh, it's a hard hitter to the soul.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're crying.
Yeah. But, like, it's a good way to, like, scream.
Music is good for that.
Yeah. Shoot. Okay, and I always get these 2 songs mixed up, and it makes me so mad. But I'm 90% sure that it's Evolve. Evolve is the song. You're gonna know exactly which one I'm talking about the moment that I describe it. But if I had to hold somebody at gunpoint and tell them to listen to a song, it is Evolve. And Evolve is the song where in the break of the song when they're doing their guitar solo,
Mm-hmm.
that's when the drummist, I want to say Paulina, I think is her name. She screams.
Oh, yes.
That one. That's
She's
the encore.
She's incredibly talented.
That was the encore song when we saw them.
Yes.
That was the song that I really, really, really wanted to listen to. And I thought that I wasn't going to listen to them.
And you got it.
Live.
Eh.
Oh, girl.
Their drummer is crazy. I yeah, sure, sometimes you see drummers like do vocals while they drum. She sings entire songs while she drums.
Mm-hmm.
And they are young. Again, to reiterate it, these girls are young.
Yeah, the oldest, Danny, she's, honestly, she may be 23, I think. Now that I think about it, I think she's a little older. Pa, don't know her name. Starts with a P. She's probably 21, and I think Al. I'm probably butchering all of their names right now, other than Danny.
The bassist is her name's Alejandra, right?
Yeah, but they call her Al, I think, or Ollie. Or
she's
something.
the youngest, I think.
And I think she just turned 18.
Oh God, she's a baby.
Mm-hmm. So,
and she's really talented too.
Yes, and I. The one thing I loved most about this band is Danny's energy, the way she interacts with the crowd.
They are good just performers in general. Yeah. Like, on top of their music being good, they bring a really, really good energy and a really good performance wherever they go.
Yeah, and I love just listening to their music, and I love just, like, watching videos of their concerts and them performing, and our memories.
Yeah.
We went, oh my God.
Cry.
I was about to bring Leona all the way to New York to see them because I wanted to see them so badly. But in my defense, I was going to make it work. It was going to work.
There was no plan in place.
Yes, there was.
She was just going to figure it out.
There was a plan in place, and I had the funds for it, too. Suck my metaphorical dick.
Oh, my God. On the podcast, we have a bleep button.
Bleep, bleep.
We've been cursing a lot, though, so I guess that's kind of defeats the purpose at this point, but
it's metal, baby.
It's metal, baby. That's a great band, though. I agree. I think that they are underrated and that people should definitely go check them out.
Yeah.
Because they deserve all of the praise that they should get.
But, like, also, they started in 2013.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. They're a pretty new band.
Well, 2013.
They were babies.
Yeah, like actual small children, I assume.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to try to do the math. But young. I mean, if the bassist just turned 18, then.
Yeah.
She was 3 years old. Something like that.
If the math is mathing correctly.
No, she was 7.
But yeah, the videos of them when they were younger. It's so funny because of how small they are.
The
and
instruments
how
are
big
so
the
big.
Instruments are.
Just a big old thrummy bass on a 4-year-old.
Yeah. But the fact that how many so odd years later, they're touring America, and they had
Europe, didn't they?
Yep. They had Europe. They toured Mexico. They're I don't remember where they're at now. I think they might still be in Europe right now. But yeah, they had 2 different tour legs.
For the Era Tour, right? I think it's the Era Tour.
Era, yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, I kept hearing Era, and I was like, Taylor Swift? Were they?
What era are they in?
But yes, their Error Tour.
Sorry. I talk funny.
It's the country accent.
Sorry, I told y'all I was y'all turning it.
But yeah, I think they're doing amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for whatever they put out next. Because And even their old stuff.
is good.
Yeah, like it's not as good as Error, but like for how young they were,
Yeah, for being
it's
babies.
good. Yeah.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Who's your underrated band?
Okay, so again, been so excited waiting for this. If you've ever met me or we've ever talked about music, you already know the answer to this question. This is a dead horse that I have beaten to a fine pulp at this point. Of course it's Draconian, because why wouldn't it be Draconian? Draconian they're from Sweden. They are like a goth doom. I honest to God, like the name is the best way to describe it. They are very draconian, vampire vibes, like
fantasy.
Yes.
Like when you listen, like you're transformed to this fantasy world.
Oh yeah, it makes me want to like run through a castle.
And like the big ball gowns.
Yes, the
and
gown.
have the candlesticks.
Yes, candlesticks, red roses. Like that's what this
Yeah.
band reminds me of. Sorry, I'm recovering from a cold. They are so good. They've been a band since 1994. A long time. They've had a lot of members. They don't tour very often in the States, at least not that I've seen. They do a lot in South America, which is wild to me. I guess South America has like a massive metal following. I've seen a lot of bands that are from like those Nordic countries, Sweden, Denmark, and all those stuff tour in South America way more than they tour in the States.
Trip to South America?
We're gonna have to, because there's only so many times that I can request them to come to Detroit on Bands in Town before it gets embarrassing. So, yeah, Draconian is amazing. They just set this like. It's the best way to describe it, and I hit this earlier. It's like a lullaby that's just like lulling you to this death sleep.
Yep.
Every time you listen. They are a Beauty and the Beast vocal style band. So they have a female vocalist that does like just this most beautiful melodic vocals that you could ever imagine in your life, and then you have a male vocalist that comes in and does like the super heavy, dirty vocals. It's the most dreamy thing on the entire
What was
planet.
the one song you were playing earlier today?
Oh, this is the one that I would hold somebody at gunpoint and force them to listen
the like
to.
15-minute long song.
15 minutes and 22 seconds of
Love.
pure heaven. The track is called Death Come Near Me, and that song in particular is like such a lullaby. Like the vocals are insane. Even the guitar in it is just like lulling you.
Yeah.
So that's the song that you have to listen to if you're listening, and you better have all these written down. When
Write it
you
down.
hop off of this pod, you better go listen.
Don't do anything else. Just listen. For the whole 15 minutes, 22 seconds.
20, and you better not forget those 22 seconds.
No, don't ever stop early.
Oh, yeah. So those are my underrated bands of the week. Band.
I was gonna say
Singular.
What other band?
Those are our underrated bands of the week. Again, homeschooled. Okay, show some mercy.
You know, it's okay. Our first episode is going to be very, very rough.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So please don't have great expectations for
Oh my
this.
god, do not have any expectations.
Yeah. We're rocking and leaning with it. Hopefully the next one's gonna be better. No promises.
I don't expect anything better than this.
This is as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Take it or fucking leave it.
Literally. Like, we're amazing. Take it or leave
Shut
it,
up.
bitch.
Nobody cares. Bye.
Literally.
Ah. All right. right, well, we're sitting here at almost the hour mark. Do you want to hit our listeners with some questions, Maddie?
I think we should. I had requested this to Leona because my favorite YouTuber, Garrett Watts, again, write his name down.
And go fucking watch it.
Literally. Not even like he posts like a whole lot of YouTube videos, but he is, I think this is where I get a lot of my personality from. Girl, I don't know. Oh, you have watched him.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. I get a lot of his quirkiness from him and ADHD-ness from him.
Especially the memory loss.
And he also does like ghost adventures.
Yeah.
Ghost tours and stuff like that. But at the end of every single YouTube video he does, he asks his viewers a question. So, my request to Leona was that for us to connect more with our listeners, more than what we already do, because we're not expecting anybody outside
other than our friends.
Our friends, our family, people we've met at Upheaval, people who literally know us already.
Yeah. Hi, friends and family.
So just some questions for you so we can connect with you guys.
We want to
more than
know
what we
you.
already do.
We want to know you on a deep personal level.
Yeah, like you're gonna know us on a deep personal level.
Right. I mean, you already know how much is in Maddie's bank account.
How more deep can you get?
Question. Our first
So the
question is, tell us how much is in your
And if you wanna cash up a girl, I'll drop that in the comments.
What's your credit score? How much is in your bank account? Oh no. Oh Lord.
Okay.
Anyways.
Anywho, on a more serious note. What are your guys' like metal rock band? Like your favorite ones?
If you had to hold us at gunpoint, who would it be? You know?
And like what like songs like would you guys want us to listen to at gunpoint? And why? Why do y'all like the bands that you do? What else?
What do you want to hear from us? What do you want us to do? We are simply your guys's here for your entertainment. So let us know. What do you want to hear from us? What should we do for our episodes? We already have some ideas, but it would be nice to know what you guys want to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like also if y'all want to do like a little introductory about yourselves, since we're this small, have at it.
Again, we want to
Give us
know
a little blurb about yourself.
Yeah.
Give us a little blurb.
Send all this in DM on Instagram, by the way. We are on Instagram at, I know it's Your Metal Aunties podcast, but we should probably get the @ correct.
Yeah.
Oh, it is, we're on Instagram at Metal Aunties Podcast. So you can find us there. We're going to be doing updates on shows and all that fun stuff, but that is where you can primarily communicate with us. We don't have any other social medias up yet. We're still working on all the details for all that, but
This is just the start.
yeah, that's where you can find us.
Yeah. So, thank you for listening. We love you all, friends and family.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mama Shaw. I love you. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Sorry we didn't go with the name.
Yeah, sorry, Mike. This is just the first time that we're going to disappoint you on the podcast. So buckle up. But
thank you for listening.
and check back for our next episode.
Yeah.
Sincerely, your
Your
Metal
Metal
Aunties. Bye.
Bye.